Carl Jung's shadow. He spoke about this extensively, but there is always the opposite. Where there is darkness, there is light. And in the modern world, many people call this the golden shadow. These are aspects of yourself that are very positive, very useful. In fact, they could be very useful for your life right now, if only you could access them or activate them. So I'm going to tell you what it is and how you can actually do this, because it's incredibly useful in your life right now. If you can find these things, they're very powerful. So to get to I suppose, the start of it all is when you were younger. Because when you were younger, as a child, you're expressive. You're trying to find your place. You didn't have the baggage you had now. That's the takeaway of this. When we're younger, we have this free-spirited self. And so in your life, you played, you sang, you wanted to draw or be an artist, but sometimes it's not only those kinds of things, it's also being assertive. Some people may say, oh, you're very bossy. So sometimes you want to take the lead. Sometimes you want to do these or just be this kind of person that would be very useful to today. So these are the kind of things that you'll find in your good shadow. But there's a whole list of things. But these are things that we've repressed, that you are naturally good at and you're naturally talented at and you enjoy, but you've repressed it. Because often what happens is at the beginning stages is your parents or your teachers or someone along the line has told you that this is not acceptable for life. It's not acceptable for society. You can't do this or say this. So you learn to suppress this. Even if it's really needed today, it's still suppressed. There's another way you can find out what you repress, because it's the shadow is very sneaky. That's what I found, very sneaky. In my life right now, I travel. So I travel in country to country. I have done for many, many years. So I've been fortunate enough to live in multiple countries. Now, what you have to do in this position is you have to socialize, because you have to build that friendship group. Again, you go to meetups. It could be anything from a board game meetup to salsa class lessons, all that sort of stuff. And all those different things. And you meet all kinds of strangers. And I remember meeting some people. And I said to them, I was like, wow, you're so cool. You're such a cool person. But what I realized later on in life, many years later, that I was projecting my own greatness and potential that I knew existed in me on them, because they were doing and saying and acting in a way that I knew was in me. You see, so I was projecting. We always talk about it projecting as in the negative side, but we also project the good side sometimes. We say, well, this is amazing. This is so cool that you can do this. So that was another sign that was really sneaky. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that this was there. But this is a secondary way you can find your own good shadow. But essentially, what the process is very similar to looking at the darker side of your mind. And that is going through this stage of awareness, integration, understanding. And so the whole process is shadow work. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to access the good shadow without first interacting and meeting the bad shadow. Because even if you could, let's say that you have a characteristic of being a leader, and that's really useful for you right now, being that leader role. But behind the leader role is a repressed fear of being yourself. Now, the problem is if we go in and even find this, or we're aware that this leadership potential lives inside of you, the barrier is still there. So even if you can access it, that time where you were told that you shouldn't be like this or shouldn't behave like this will still be there. So the repression keeps the goodness pushed down, and the talents and skills pushed down. So it needs to be accessed as well. And that is the whole process of shadow work.